I've obviously done long subathons before, and normally what it is like one day you feel great, and the next day you feel tired, and then another day you feel great, and the next day you feel tired, and it kind of alternates off and on. But this one, man, because of the toothaches, I started exhausted, and so it like we're on day 6, but I feel like we're on day like 14, and I still, you know, if I needed to, and like if I needed to, and cited like chronic pain, nobody would, nobody would march on me with torches and pitchforks. But when push comes to shove, I want this thing to happen. You know what I mean? Like, when push comes to shove, I want to be here. I want this to be going on. It's just frustrating because this is so far outside of my control. That part makes it hard. That part makes it incredibly frustrating. I wish I was feeling better because I actually still owe you one more segment from the Autumn Subathon, and I would make it work. I would make it work on this subathon, except I just feel like crap and I don't want to do it. And that's I said I was gonna rank, taste and rank all the fast food burgers from around Richmond. So like we've got The Habit, we've got Burger King, we've got sorry, I thought I'd switch to my flask. I knew I was gonna eat those based on where I fell. We got The Habit, we got Burger King, we've got McDonald's. We got Shake Shack. But I know that, like, I don't want to make myself sound like a trained athlete, but, like, I know that eating that much fast food, as we talked about with Noah last night, eating that much fast food is like smoking a carton of cigarettes. And if I'm being real with you, I just don't... Alright, well. I just don't want to eat that much fast food and also have my jaw hurt. Like, I don't want to make myself feel physically bad down here, while I also feel physically bad up in the command center. Taffy, you're being uncharacteristically altruistic to Noah. Why do you care if his podcast does well? Because I'm in season 2, and Noah's made a big deal out of saying if he can get sponsorships to go through during any given season, that he splits that revenue with the people who were in the cast at that time. So ultimately, it's not that altruistic. That said, I still, like, want Noah's podcast to succeed. It's a pretty cool thing he's working on, you know? Hey, I was wondering if I just wasted bombs for no good reason, but there's a health upgrade. Noah marched out a very scary situation, chat. Noah marched out a very scary situation. It was meant to be a scary situation. It was meant to be the kind of thing where it's like, if we manage this poorly, we could wipe. And he kind of let us know. He was like, "This is, you guys need to take this seriously." Like it was the first time in this campaign where Noah was just like, I need y'all to behave as though your entire campaign is on the line for the first time. And he put us in a situation with a big bad, and the big bad was like, "Oh, look at me, I'm scary and I'm gonna get you." Rawr. That's actually from the transcript. I wrote it down on my legal pad. Noah's not much of an actor. He was like, "Ah, rawr, 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 I'm a scary, rawr. Scary, gonna get you, rawr." That's most of the villain dialogue, if you've not listened to Forgotten Paths. And I rolled terrible initiative. Terrible initiative. So I was dead last. So, like, good guy does their thing. Pretty smart combat move. Other good guy does their thing. Pretty smart combat move. Bad guy does his thing, goes, "Rawr, I'm so evil, rawr." And we're like, God, Noah's a hack writer. And then it gets to me, and Noah basically is like, because it'll probably be like Christmas before this ever comes up again, or Thanksgiving. Noah comes to me and is like, "Yo, Taffy, what do you do?" And he was like, "Well, you're in a room with a door. And I was like, that's it? And he's like, yep. And I was like, all right. I locked the door. And Noah's like, wait, what? And I go, yeah, I locked the door. He goes, what do you mean you locked the door? And I was like, well, if this is the kind of event where either we're going out or he's going out, he doesn't get to leave. And Noah was like, damn, dude, did you really just march out the I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me line? I was like, I sure as hell did. And as soon as the door's locked, I closed the distance. And everyone's like, holy shit. And I was like, yeah, y'all seem to forget I'm a 7-foot tall hippo man. My 7-foot tall hippo man is a teenager. So he acts very childishly sometimes. Again, this is really just me playing me. But really, the thought in my head, Rusty, was that like in nature, hippos are fucking terrifying. So it was my time to be terrifying, and like that attitude actually like ended up playing a critical difference in how it all played out. Like it actually made a non-zero difference in how that situation unfolded. Yeah, honestly, like I don't want to sit here and say that I inspired two people with way more D&D, like the Sam and Draconics, both have way. Oh shit! Serves you right, you little sniper. Sam and Draconics both have way more D&D experience than I do at this point, but like, it did seem to swing the whole session to like, oh yeah, what if we just did boss shit and beat the living fuck out of this guy? I wanted to light the edge of the pink stuff on fire and then thought it would burn to death inside the pink stuff. But instead it decided that if it was going, I was going. I think I would let us roll with advantage again. Because like the gap from Rusty to Bloody is huge. But the gap from Taffy to Rusty is not as big. If we could get to the top of the 11 through 20 category before nightfall, before I go to bed tonight, and I would count the auction house money, which is like another $800, so technically we're like right here. If we could get to the top, like if we could unseat number 11, I would let us roll for advantage again tonight. While I have to deal with my shoulder issue throughout the day, I have little interaction with people, causing it to be a frequent topic. Does having to address it so often become, because of streaming, possibly make the recovery process worse mentally? I honestly think that, like, there are two parts about this where, like, obviously this is less than ideal. One, and I think it was kind of evident based on the conversation I had with my periodontist. Before I told him what I did for a living, he was just like, oh yeah, you're gonna be able to do this surgery, and then you'll probably be able to go back to work a day or two later. Like, it's not that, he was like, it's not that bad. And I go, oh, cool. So the day after this surgery, I'll be able to talk nonstop like a radio show DJ for about 7.5 hours? And he goes, oh, no, absolutely not. What do you do for a living? And I went, oh. And then I told him what I did for a living, and he goes, oh, yeah, no, not so much, man. He's like, that sucks. Don't know what to tell you. So I think in that regard, I think it healing quick, like if I was a bookkeeper, like my mom was, if I was a bookkeeper and just like told people, listen, I just had oral surgery, I can't, like, don't come over here wanting to talk about the game with me. Like, I'm glad the Stars won, I'm glad the Mavericks won, whatever. But, like, don't come over here expecting me to, like, you know, gab with you. I feel like this probably wouldn't be so bad. I would still have problems, I'm sure, and I'm sure some of the aches that come on have happened when I've been eating. And And then like, yeah, having to talk about it frequently and having to bring it up. Like, I will say, like, I have on normal stream days speaking as much as I do with the resonance that's in my bass from the baritone of my voice. I've noticed it vibrates my skull. Like, it vibrates my skull. So you guys knew before the oral surgery, I've had days where I've gotten to the end of stream and gone, I'm spent. Stream's done. I'm going to sleep. Because I just kind of have to, like, reset. And so I know to a certain degree that this has taken longer to heal based off of the simple fact that within 2 days of it happening, 2.5 days of it happening, I was back on 7.5 hour stream days. So that's one aspect of it. The second aspect of it is, I think if I was going to say there was a mental detriment to doing what I do while I try to recover from what I'm trying to recover from, it's more morale related. Like, I kind of opened with this morning, is that, like, especially with this subathon hanging in the balance, I hate the idea, and it's demoralizing that the idea exists in my head that people could be perceiving this as me being like, me showing up every day and being like, oh, I can't believe you did this to me again, and sounding like I don't want to be here for a St. Jude subathon. When a St. Jude subathon, and now is no exception, is one of the things that I both, like, dread because of the amount of work it is, but also look forward to all year long. It's like, along with the autumn/winter subathon, they're the two most special weeks of my 52-week streaming year. And so there is a bit that feels demoralizing that anybody might come in here and be like, man, he sounds like he's fucking over it. You know what I mean? Or like, oh man, he sounds like he really doesn't want to stream. And it's like, oh no, I want to do this. I want to do this so bad. And I'm frustrated at how hard it is because this has been 2 weeks of streaming that it's felt like the Jordan flu game. There's a part of me that's excited when somebody asks about it because it gives me an opportunity to be like, if it looks like I'm tired and it looks like maybe I've bitten off more than I can chew, please know that overwhelmingly this is coming from the whole recovering from dental surgery thing and has little, if anything, to do with the actual subathon. It gives me a chance to sort of like, streamer, explain yourself. Well, why do you look haggard? Are you not sleeping when you leave this place? Although I did use last night, like, I probably could have gotten a full 8 hours, but I did use about a half hour last night to go downstairs, eat a leftover hot dog, and then watch the season finale of X-Men 97. I still need a little decompression time. Yeah, that's the long and the short of it, is that I don't think that just having to, like, explain honestly, I think there to a certain extent there's like a mental training aspect of like, Taffy, do you ever get tired of explaining a situation over and over and over again as people churn throughout the day? And if that was the case, streaming would be very difficult. Because I've said on any number of occasions that a lot of my stream day is just having the same 1 hour conversation 7 times over. Because you start the day and you go like, oh, hey everybody, what's going on? My name's Taffy. What about that Mavericks game last night? Crazy, huh? Last night for dinner, we had teriyaki chicken. And that's about an hour. And then the people who were here from 8 to 9 have to go to work and drive. And the people who get to work at 9 show up and turn on. And they go, hey Taffy, how's it going? Did you catch that game last night? What'd you have for dinner? And I go, oh yeah, man, crazy game, right? Oh, we had chicken teriyaki for dinner last night from this place nearby called Teriyaki Madness. And then the 9 to 10 people go, oh, fucking crazy, I love teriyaki chicken. And then they leave. And then people who were like on their lunch break, who haven't been able to be here all day, show up and go, hey Taffy, what's going on, man? Did you catch that game last night? And I go, fucking boy, did I. Crazy game last night between the Mavericks and the OKC Thunder, wasn't it? That's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's something else. Before you ask, teriyaki chicken. Oh, you're right, I was gonna ask. Was it good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Highlighting stream is just me cutting out dead air of Taffy repeating himself. That's like, I used to get indignant about it, and I just got over myself because years ago I used to get pissy when people would be like, you know, say JJ was like, catch that game last night? I'm like, sure did. First time I talk about it, I'm all excited. And then I realized, like, it's not people's fault that they show up here at different times. And it's weird for me to get angry about that, because I used to get, like, kind of angry about it. Like, oh yeah, just roll back the VOD. I just talked about this. And I had to remind myself, like, dude, you used to be a waiter. How many times did somebody say something like, oh man, I hated it, and then they showed you a clean plate? And how many times did you have to go like, oh, it's ironic because you ate the entire meal, indicating that you did enjoy it, but instead of just saying like, that was a wonderful dish, you've turned it into a playful, sarcastic quip where you're indicating that you didn't like it when all visual signs are to the contrary. Oh, sir, you are too droll. I did that for like 15 years. And I liked customers way less than I liked my viewing audience. And that was kind of my revelation where I was just like, you know what? You can just suck it up and repeat what you said a second time and make it sound like it's the first time. Again, I am like I am my own worst boss ever. Hey man, I couldn't help but notice that at table 13, the 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock hour of the show, you got kind of defensive with your viewer slash customer. Well, yeah, man, they just asked me what the daily specials were, and like I had just told a different table. Yeah, you know what, Ryan? I'm gonna stop you right there. It's a new fucking table. And they didn't know the daily fucking specials. So your job is, hold on. Waiter. So, when they need that information, I don't give a shit how many times you've said it during the course of the day. As long as they're not dickheads about it, you go ahead and fucking drum that information right up. And you stop being a yawning bitch about it. When's your creator camp panel and all this? I actually do have a video guide that I'm supposed to do for Twitch in the not so distant future. They're giving me a handful of $100 bills to basically tell affiliates. I think it's like a 2-minute video, so it's really just like, hey, how's it going? I'm Ryan Caps, aka McLaffy Taffy. You've never heard of me, but that's okay because I out-earn you. Let me tell you how. You see these buttons over here that turn on stuff that make you money? Press them. Well, thanks for coming to my seminar today. If you've got follow-up questions, I'm not real, I'm a recording. Bye! But Twitch don't show up very often anymore, just being like, hey Taffy, do you want some of this cash? So when they do, I say yes, because I'm not a fool. Grayson was excited, but then he looked upset when I told him that he needed to wash his hair and drag a comb through it. Rory, on the other hand, shot up off the bed so fast I thought he was going to dislocate something. And I went downstairs to say, Rory's in. And before I could finish saying he wants to play Hades 2, he came running downstairs asking if his outfit was okay with a brush in his hair. What do I do if the Mongols are getting fucked up by a bear? You're doing great, bear! Go, Team Bear! Go, Team Bear! Oh. Bummer. Alright, hold on. Ow! Oh my god! What a move! Still trying to get the timing on the parries for that one down. That guy you should have been the leader, bud. I mean, I'm sure that's cold comfort right now, but you were the strategic master. This is the reason that when we played American Trucking Sim Idaho, I got all excited because I was like, chat, I'm gonna be able to show you Jerome, because they've got like this whole area is mapped out, right? I got all excited because there's a route from Twin Falls to Boise. And so I took the Twin Falls route to Boise.
This is the
on my way up to like Spokane and Seattle and whatever. And I got into this area, which is where Jerome is. And I was like, this is crazy, chat. Because we were playing this in the middle of the pandemic lockdown. So I had on a trucker's cap, and I had a steering column installed, and I had pedals installed so that I was actually like working an accelerator and a brake. I had a fan going in here, so it felt like I had the window down because all of us hadn't been outside in like 12 months. So I was sitting here doing this bit, and I was like, here we go. And I was like, this is the Perrine Bridge. This is the bridge in Twin Falls where people either base jump or commit suicide, depending on whether or not the chute opens or if they have a chute. And I was like, all right, let me show you. I'll drive you guys past my house if it's on here. And I was like, okay, here comes Jerome. And they converted the entire town into just a rest stop. Yep, that's exactly it, Glitch. I was so excited to show chat Jerome. And they converted the whole thing to a rest stop. And so, like, on American Trucking Sim, I got to, where is it? I don't know, I got to, right here. And where there should have been exits to go to Jerome, they had just turned this entire city. They turned this entire city right here into a singular rest area. And I was just like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That is probably the best way to deal with this. Nothing of value was lost. What's up, Kenji?
Kenji, 何をしておる？
ちょっと厄介事がありましてね。
何をしでかした？
いやいや、猛虎があっしらの飯を奪うんですよ。米栗魚すべて持ってかれてもう腹ペコ。
あっしらだと？お前の畑なのか？
あなたの言葉が忘れられなくて、ここの百姓の手伝いをしてるわけですよ。
もうこの野営はどこだ？
数日に一度来ては食い物を奪って去っていくのでわかりません。
待ち伏せするか？
それがですね、人質を取られてるんです。もし食い物を渡せなけりゃ。
Jesus, Kenji。
何か手を考えねば。
手はあります。お嫌いでしょうけど。
まずは見て決めるとしよう。
Hook. Ah! You guys are all doing great. Damn. Yeah, no, you know what? I can't abide it. Where'd he go? Did he vanish over the fucking sight line? Oh, you despawning shithead. Getting juggled like it's Mortal Kombat up in here, son. Bounce. Come on, bounce. You ever hit a wrong button? Happened to me once. Feel pretty bad about it.
There she is.
Welcome to the edge of Erebus. Well done, Millenoi.
Thank you, Headmistress Hecate. I could not have reached this point without your guidance.
What guidance? The entire time I've been playing this game, all she said was practically you just started.
And in turn, you shall not pass this point without a demonstration of your capability.
What? Okay, I guess we'll...
My capability? You'd have us face each other here, even though my task has already begun.
Your training shall never be complete. And I would know if you stand any chance at all against our enemy.
That's not how that works. Oh, yeah.
Crossed flames awaken.
Oh, I don't do enough damage here. Ooh, got him. Okay, fine.
Threefold.
This ain't the real one, it's her. Wow, what a hard boy attack. I am not doing enough damage here. Okay. Come on, guys. Yes, I was right. Am I supposed to lose this fight?
Triple divide.
I don't know which one to use every time. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to lose this fight right now. Oh, I used the trees. Oh, that is...
Good form.
I'm just gonna walk.
Arise, sisters.
What? No, you don't. No. You don't get to spawn minions. Even though the first boss of the other game got to, and I was fine with that, you don't get to. No. Oh god, I'm running out of trees.
We are three.
Okay, not this one. This one. No, not that one. Come on. Oh, got him. Good damage.
Fire.
Okay, I stand here. I'm running out of health points. Gee. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to move boss fight. So you evade this. You literally move the boss away from her. Also, she's saying a lot of this stuff, like she's trying to actively make me fail. Like,
Face all of me.
you're supposed to be supporting this fight. I'm getting greedy. Does she have like a weak point? Or is it just you lose? You don't do enough damage. Ow. Well, she also doesn't do a lot of damage. Again? Look, I'm beating the ever-living crap out of you. You're acting like you're some anime protagonist using only 1% of your power. Like,
Bathe in flame.
how about no? Again, you're saying like stuff like you want to kill me. Oh, this is not. Oh. You think you're good? You think you're good? I'm too good for you.
A hex upon you.
Oh, am I not supposed to avoid that? I'm just a sheep. Oh, I'm a sheep.
Not very dignified.
What do you mean? You're the one who put this curse on me.
I have more hexes up my sleeve.
I never asked. I have more help. Ooh.
Fire.
Not that one. Okay. Hi. Apparently you think thinking right now. It's like such a it's just second nature. That's supposed oh, hey! I still dodged it anyway.
Burn.
That's her easiest attack. Because you just walk away. And it's so obvious when she's doing it. And all she says is like she always says it. She also does a big spin too. Oh, she's low. Ooh. Man, this is the lowest I've ever gotten her. Get it? This is my first time with her. Okay. Yeah, you think I'm prepared now?
Enough.
Oh yeah, she was on 1%. She was still alive.
You fought with diligence and with ferocity. But surely there is more for you to learn beyond this threshold.
Like what? Dodge
I look forward to
harder?
it, Headmistress. What about you? Can you not join me?
Yeah, good question,
No,
actually.
I dare not stray too far from our abode. Continue now your task. I shall await your safe return.
Wow, what a great excuse.
Thank you, Headmistress.
No.
I passed the test.
The one thing that I did have to like roll my eyes at was that like Bug came in and like the last time they did it, it was the hype challenge. And the hype challenge was like a sprint that lasted for a week. Because there was a time limit. We were working up against a clock to see whether or not we could do a thing. Right? And so, you know, when the boys showed up, people were like, well, you know, if we're thinking about getting to that next level for the hype challenge, then, you know, this is as good a time as any to give cash. So like, you know, there were bit bombs and there were fireworks and there were Blitzkriegs and there were, you know, all sorts of sound alerts going off. But like, we are a week into this and it goes to the end of May. And there's 3 days on the clock. And so like, they were both like, yeah, we want to go in there and it's gonna be like last time where it's gonna be constant stimulation and it's gonna be noises and making money hand over fist and la 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 la. And then like Rory came in here and he had fun, but he almost exclusively came out talking about like how cool Hades 2 was. Grayson apparently sat down, was here for about 5-10 minutes, and then poked his head outside to the hallway and goes, is chat working? and Amber had to explain, it's Sunday. It's the afternoon, well after when your dad usually streams on a day that he doesn't normally stream. And we're almost a week into a subathon. And there's 3 days on the clock. Nobody's worried that if they go away for a few hours on the weekend, that dad's not going to be there when they get back. And so apparently he chilled after that and got into it, and some people did pop into chat and hang out with him for a little bit. But yeah, the two of them were very excited to come in because the last time they came in, they got half of it, and like that was the deal because we were trying to make money for us. This time it's a charity stream and a marathon, not a sprint. And so this time I was like, our goal is to make money for St. Jude, guys. So, you know, focus on that. And this time it was way quieter, and I think they got a taste of like what the other side is like when you show up and you really like give it your all, and it's just kind of okay, as opposed to like every single time feeling like you won a massive lottery prize, like sirens and buzzers and shit going off and confetti falling from the ceiling. I think the first couple of times that they've streamed, they felt like it was easy money, you know? I figured it out. Remember when President Koch visited the zone? And it was, he said it was good to be back again, and people thought it was a reference to him being a Washington senator. It wasn't. They used the word anomaly to describe strange sightings and smells, right? But I think the president's one too. He's like the king of the anomalies. The reason they hired so many scientists and engineers to work here is to manage all those anomalies for him. Another thing, when the president went in, he didn't actually come out again. It's a body double. They gave plastic surgery to look like him. You can tell from the curative of his ear, or the curvature of his ears. Also, if you look at the pictures of Coke from a few years before, he doesn't have any gray hair, but now he does? How else do you explain that?
Yeah, Ryan.
Hi, baby. Dude, an Alan Wake or Control crossover would go so hard. Hey, there's your boy. There's your other boy. There's your third boy. Look at us. Look at us. Yay. All right. I just wanted to see my name in the credits. Flat 3X, or do you guys want to roll for it? I will give you a reminder that you rolled with advantage earlier and got a 1 and a 2. Gamba? Fucker. If it gets us to 15 grand, it'll be worth it. I don't even know what these numbers are times 6.